Again, just stuff we ran throughout the whole fall camp is really what we're going in game planning with, and maybe a few guys here or there, just changing a few positions to get some guys in some areas that we feel like will benefit us. But other than that, no, just base stuff.
Offensively, you guys have Raheem Malone, Shelby Walker listed here as starting receivers. What did you see out of those guys?
Yep.
That
Harold Ramis
got them to the top there, or was it more out of them, or
yeah, you know,
something less of?
Yeah, you know, Dejo was having a really good fall camp before he tweaked his hamstring a little bit, and we're just not quite sure on him whether he's going to be full speed or not for the game. So. And then again, Arias Holloman was having a really good fall camp as well, and then he got a little banged up too and missed a little bit of time. So the guys that have been kind of consistent there, I know Shelby was a little bit banged up as well, but the guys there that we're gonna run out there for the first play, I just feel like those guys give us the best chance to start off. Now, I mean, the other guys that, you know, if Dejo's healthy, if Ace is healthy, we'll definitely get those guys in the game as well. But those are just the guys, and we're going to play a lot of people. I mean, don't get it wrong. I mean, we got a lot of still evaluation, a lot of stuff to do, like game evaluation stuff. But again, it's going to be, you know, September 4th is going to be hot. It's going to be hot on the turf. So we can't just let one guy take 85 snaps in the game. So all those guys are going to play. We just felt like that was the best chance to start it off.
Practice, you guys have been trying to get the team ready for the tempo you guys are going to have in the game. Is there a set way, like, do you feel like these guys are ready for 85 snaps in the game, or is there still going to be an adjustment period?
Well, you always, no matter what you do in practice, I mean, you can tempo all day in practice, but it's just practice. You know, when you get in the game and you got the adrenaline flowing and the juices flowing, you know, it's tough to simulate that in practice. So we always consider it, you know, game conditioned guys, and until you play a couple games, you're really not in game condition. We've done a lot of things we feel like that have got our guys ready for that. Whether they are or not, we'll have to find out September 4th. But you know, I think they're ready. I think they're ready for the heat, for the conditioning, and everything. They've done an awesome job all summer long, conditioning all winter. I mean, these guys have been running a lot, so they should be ready. But again, early in the game, you know, we're trying to get some guys in and out, and just get them a little bit of rest here and there, just to keep them a little bit fresh for the fourth quarter.
Back to receiver for a minute. It sounds like you have a bunch of guys that you're pretty pleased with, can play multiple positions at receiver, and that helps you shuttle them through and not have to make somebody take 80 snaps a game or whatever.
Yeah, you know, the first year in the system, we haven't moved around guys like we would like to. We've just tried to give them a position and learn it. But the beauty of this offense is we teach everything by concept, not by play. So as they're learning what they're doing at each position, they're also seeing the other positions as well. And for the most part, all those guys can play just about any position. Now, whether their body type fits that mold of that position or not all of them do that. But all of them could probably tell you what the outside receiver has on certain plays if he's the slot guy. So, but yeah, we can move all those guys around and play any position. And a couple times we'll do that, and you'll see in the game we'll move some guys in some spots that, again, we feel like puts us in the best chance to win and puts us in the best chance to succeed.
Now, is that a unique concept, teaching by concept and not by play?
You know, it's not. I think, you know, I don't know. I think it's where I've been. We've always done that concepts. I like to do that because I think you know, instead of like looking down at a wristband and seeing a certain, you know, I'm the X receiver, I got to run a 12-yard dig. Well, why are you running a 12-yard dig? You know, why is that play in there? And I think a lot of it is it's good to understand the concept as, hey, you might not be the primary receiver on this play. You might be the guy that's trying to get the other guy open. The primary receiver, that might be your job to get him open. So I think it's really good for you know, just not only your offense, but just teaching kids the game. I mean, you know, learning the concept. Why are they doing what they're doing? Not just doing something just because coach tells them to do it. But I always have had a big philosophy on teaching them that concept of the play is more important than just knowing what you're doing.
like you got the skills position set, but I think like the most important thing for this offense is going to be getting some cohesiveness in the offensive line. How did you guys settle on your 5 men for the line?
Well, the 5 guys that we settled on have consistently proven, you know, over the spring and fall camp that those are the guys. You know, we're going to still rotate some guys in there. I mean, it's going to be hot. It's going to be a game, and again, just going back to your conditioning, but we settled on those guys knowing that, hey, those guys would probably give us the best chance to win right now. Whether that's the same lineup in, you know, week 8, I don't know, you know, but we felt like that's the guys that have consistently proven to be the guy, and that's why we went with them.
You mentioned Darius Joseph is someone who could be iffy for full participation or playing. Anybody else injury-wise that you guys are might not be a full participant?
No, everybody else. I mean, that's really the guy that we felt like would be the starter week 1. That's not going to be out there as the starter. Everybody else is healthy for the most part. Yeah, I mean, not here and there you might have a bump or bruise, but that's like Coach said in his press conference that, you know, we had a very physical fall camp. You know, something they haven't done around here in a long time. So those guys weren't used to that, and and so they might have a bump or bruise here, but nothing significant.
Kind of comes with the territory, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You feel like the team will be better prepared this season because of the more live practices?
Well, like Coach said, I mean, I think to be a good football team, I believe him. I think you got to be able to block and tackle, and I think by us doing that, I think it should allow us to be a better football team. Absolutely.